Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and that's still teaching this truth. And much peace, love, and salutation, beginning with the 144,000, as well as to the large multitude that believe in who Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai will deliver in these last days. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another lesson, and Lord willing, this is edifying. Shemai, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allah Yanawa, Yachad. All right. Hear, O Israel, our power is one. All right, and that's just what I said in the Hebrew. Today's lesson is going to be entitled, well, you know what? Actually, I might just make this the title. We must prepare for the end. All right, we must prepare for the end. And this is actually from the GNT, the Good News translation. And as you see, this is 2nd Ezra 16. The point is in verse 40. And I'll probably actually read down a little bit more. But you know, this morning, it was real early this morning. I got up. It was like maybe, man, I can't even tell you what time it was. It was between the hours of 3 in the morning and 5. I randomly woke up and I got some water and I laid back down. And as I laid back down, it was, you know, of course it was the Spirit speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? But the first thought that I had in my head, and it just kept playing in my head, was be as a pilgrim on the earth. You know, be as pilgrims on the earth. That verse just kept being pretty much being repeated. It was the first thing that kept being repeated in my mind, but I was still kind of a little bit drowsy. You know what I mean? I was a little bit drowsy. So in my head, I was like, you know, I'll be honest. I didn't want to get up and write it down. I just prayed to the Lord that I could remember, so that when I wake up in the morning, you know, I could just, you know, write it down on my phone. I mean, I could have wrote it down on my phone. It was like I said, I was drowsy. You know, you wake up in the morning time and you kind of be a little bit woozy. You know, but that was just the thought that came to my head was be as pilgrims on the planet Earth. Be as pilgrims on the earth. You know, and then that's the spirit that, you know, that's the spirit that we're going to have to be in, especially with the times to come. You know, everything that we got going on here in Babylon, you know, our lives, our jobs, you know, the day-to-day life that we have here. You see, very, very soon, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to change that. You know, it's going to be completely different, to the point to whereas everything that we have, we're going to have to drop it. You know, we're going to have to drop everything and just follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai wholeheartedly and walk on faith, which we're doing that now, but we still are living in the comforts of, the quote-unquote comforts of the so-called dainties of Babylon. You know, being able to have a house or an apartment, you know, having our cars, being able to still go out here and there and, you know, kind of have the food that you want to eat and have a bed. You know what I'm saying? All these different things that we have, but very, very soon, you know, all that's getting ready to change. Okay? So with that all being said, I don't want this to be all drawn out, but with that all being said, I'm going to start here in 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter. Once again, this is in the GNT Bible. And I'm going to start at verse 35. And the title here, as you read, it says, the God's people, which are the Israelites, beginning with the elect, God's people must prepare for the end. Okay? And prepare means to make ready before. So we got to get ready. All right? You got to stay ready there's a saying, I forgot how it goes, but, you know, if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. Something along those lines. All right, so it reads, it says, now listen to my message. You people who serve the Lord. Now listen to my message, ye people who serve the Lord. It is the Lord's message. So receive it and believe what he says. You see, it says, so receive it and believe what he says. Because remember, the scripture says that pretty much it talks about the incredulity. Don't be troubled with the incredulity of those that don't believe. You know, the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see, and that goes with 2/3 of our people here in Babylon the Great, America. You know, the people that scoff and that gainsay, and even Israelites, man, that don't even truly believe in what the prophecy states. You know, the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. That's one of the main prophecies that we're looking for to be implemented worldwide, because we understand and know that once that's pushed and once that goes forth, that our kingdom that's going to be headed by Yahushua, okay, is right around the corner. You see, you got individuals pulling out, like Sakari, you know, pulling out, stating that they have 82 verses. They have 82 verses they can use to disprove the Apostle Paul. Like, this is the society. This is really what it's come down to. This is really what it's come down to. You got individuals using the Bible, all right, using the Bible to try to discredit a man that Yahushua personally supped with in the scriptures that you can read about. And Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, but you got 82 Bible verses to disprove his writings. Like, this is the world that we live in now. You see? But it's all good. You know, the scriptures talk about how in the last days, pretty much, what's that, 2 Timothy? Let me get that real fast. Right. 2 Timothy 2:1, it says, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. And perilous means dangerous, severe, difficult. Okay? Perilous times shall come. Very, very difficult times are ahead. You see? And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to show forth who are his chosen during these difficult times, right? It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. You see that? Proud men lovers of their own selves. You see, doing things to fulfill their own lust and to fill their belly, right? Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, which means greedy, boasters, proud. See, very, very high levels of pride is being instituted right now amongst Israelites, man. Okay, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, you know, so on and so forth. You can read the rest of this on your own. But these are the times that we're in, where the closer and closer Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is to delivering the elect, the more bugged out people begin to be. Okay? So it says, it is the Lord's message. So receive it and believe what he says. The disasters are approaching rapidly. See that? Hey, did not Yahushua say, behold, I come quickly? Okay? It says the disasters are approaching rapidly, and they will not be delayed. They're not going to be slacked. Okay? They will not be delayed. It says a woman in the 9th month of pregnancy may suffer labor pains for several hours. See that? But when the time comes for the baby to be born, there is no longer any delay. You see, but you got to go through that. You know, you got to go through those labor pains for those hours until the baby comes. But once the baby's there, all that pain is gone. You see, all that pain is completely gone at that point. You see, so what this is going into is pretty much the beginning of sorrows, the labor pains that Babylon the Great, America, is beginning to feel. You see, and it's just going to continue to get worse and worse and worse until that baby's delivered, man. And that baby being delivered is what? The destruction and all wickedness being completely eradicated. Okay? And the elect being delivered. Okay? Verse 39, it says, in the same way, the disasters that are coming on the earth will not be delayed, and the world will groan when it is caught in its labor pains. It didn't just say one particular place. It said that the world is going to groan. Okay? The world is going to groan. Remember what Yahushua said in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Okay? It says that it's going to be an hour of temptation that shall come upon all the earth, all the world, which that word world is in the oikonomeny sense, the whole inhabited earth. You see, this MOTB is going to be something worldwide, man. It's going to be an economic collapse. It ain't just going to be an economic collapse in, it's not just going to be an economic collapse in Babylon, you see, and then outside of Babylon, you know, nations are still just going to be operating like normal. No, once the dollar falls, Okay, once the dollar falls, that's going to, the dollar is connected, has all these different other nations still connected. You see? So once the dollar falls, that's going to be it for all these different nations, man. Verse 40. All right, it says, listen to my message, my people. You see that? And get ready for the battle. Okay, we got to get ready for the battle. Okay, that's why the scripture tells you to what? It says put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, so that what? You can withstand the wiles of the devil. Okay, so this is a battle that we got to prepare for. Okay, the scripture says that strive for the truth. The word strive means to fight. We got to strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will fight for you. You see? So we got to prepare ourselves now. Okay, you can't prepare like if you in a fight, right? If you in a boxing match, they take the whole time that the fighters will take the whole time training, preparing themselves for the fight. You see, they have to cut weight, they gotta eat particular foods, but they don't prepare the day of the fight. No, they take months to prepare, so that when the fight comes, they're ready. You see? So we gotta prepare now before it's too late. So it says, listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. Right? It says, when the disasters come, you must live as people whose homes is not in this world. Let's read that again. It says, when the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world. Because what? We are not of this world. You see? We are not of this world. And in the book of Colossians, it says, set your affections on the things above and not on things of this earth. So our minds should be in the heavens. Our minds should be on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, not on things of this world. This world is going to be destroyed. Everything that this world has to offer is going to be completely burnt up. You see? Now the whole world isn't going to be destroyed and burnt up. But here in America, America is going to be completely destroyed, man. You see, so we on the drop of a dime, you gotta live. You gotta drop everything, man. You see, hey, the scripture says what? Remember Lot's wife. What did Lot's wife do? Lot's wife looked back, and she got turned into a pillar of salt, man. You see, because what does it mean whenever she looked back? She pretty much looked back at the things of this world. You see, because she still wanted a part of it, even though it was being hit by fire and brimstone. It was being destroyed. It was being destroyed, and she still looked back as a memory, like, in a sense of, like, damn, like, I missed that. But we can't be like that, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai, Luke 9:62 said, he that putteth his hand to the plow and looketh back is not fit for the kingdom. Okay? So it says, when the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world, and that's a pilgrim. And that's a pilgrim. And when you get the definition of a pilgrim, all right, this is in the etymology dictionary. Let me see where I'm at. Hold on. Damn. I thought I had my, let me do something real quick, Salaki. Okay. Yeah, Salaki. I thought I had my, maps up the whole time, but it's okay. It's all good. Let me do it like this. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, cool. So this is the word pilgrim. All right, it says circa 1200. It says pilgrim, a person traveling to a holy place. You see that? A person traveling to a holy place. And where's the holy place that we're traveling to? We're traveling to the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Now, the kingdom is going to be here on planet Earth. You see? But we got to spiritually, detach from this place, man. We got to spiritually detach so that we can physically detach. And the physical detachment is going to be when Yahweh Shai returns and what? Beams us up into them chariots, man. You see? Lord willing, be of that number. So it says a person traveling to a holy place as a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation. Let's read that again. It says as a penance or to discharge some vow, which the vow that we have is what? Coming into this truth. Or religious obligation. And the religious obligation is teaching this word, man. Going out there in the highways and hedges, teaching, doing these videos. So that ultimately we can make it into the chariots, man. Okay? It says, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. And the miracle, man, we need a miracle to get out of here, man. See, you trying to make it out on your own power, on your own way is not gonna do the job. You're not gonna make it that way. Only way that you're gonna get out of here is by a miracle. And Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is gonna do miraculous things in these last days, strange works, as it says in Sirach, the 36th chapter. Okay, it says also a traveler, generally a wayfarer, from old French peregrine, pilgrim, crusader, foreigner, stranger. See, we're foreigners here, man. We're really foreigners and strangers here. You see, that's why we don't, we blend in when we need to, but you feel strange at particular places, man, because we're not of this world. You see the ways of this world and the people of this world, and you look strange to them, and they look strange to us, and that's exactly how it should be. You see, it says foreigners, stranger, foreign resident. See, when you a foreign resident, this isn't your hometown when you're a foreign resident. You're just there visiting or passing through. And that's all that we are, man. We're as pilgrims passing through this place. So, 2 Ezra 16:40 again, it says, listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world. Because if you mind, hey, 144, wow, 1441, call hello Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, wow. Barakatah Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. It's on the back of this truck. But you got to live as if your home is not of this world, because if you truly believe that your home is of this world, you're going to worry about your home. You're going to worry about your goods. You're going to worry about the things that you quote unquote accomplish on the side. And you're going to be worried about losing it. That's why Yahweh Shai said, he that loseth his life, or he that, matter of fact, let's get it real quick. Mark the 8th chapter. Let's just grab it. Right, Mark chapter 8, verse 34, it says, and when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself. So you got to deny yourself. And when you deny yourself, you detach. When you deny yourself, you're detaching from this world. You're detaching from what this world has to offer. It says, and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So if you try to save your life on this side, try to save your life by taking the MOTB, trying to make it on this side, even though it's going to hell, you still trying to make a life on this side or a living on this way. Now, does this mean that you don't try to, does this mean that you don't have no job, you don't take care of your bills and things like that? No. You see, but what it means by trying to save your life is, trying to go up another kind of way for salvation. Your money's not going to be able to save you. You see, your so-called status is not going to be able to save you. You see, so it says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. See, that's how you save your life, is by what? Losing it on this side for the gospel, for Yahweh Shai, for Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and the gospel's sake, man. That's how you save your life. Okay, verse 42, it says, 41 and 42, it says, merchants must not expect to make, merchants or businesses, those that are selling, merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell. They must be ready to run for their lives. You see, and that's, if you got a business, cool. You may have a little business on the side or whatever the case may be. You see, but the profit that you may make eventually it's not going to matter. You see, It says their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy. Your car, your watches, your jewelry, your house, your goods, your 401k, your retirement plan, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. Their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy. It says whoever builds a house should not plan to live in it. You see, you got a house built from the ground up. That's fine. But don't expect to pass that house down to your your children, your grandchildren, your great-great-great-grand, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-great-grandchildren. No, it ain't gonna work. You see? It says farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes. Those who marry must not expect to have children. You see? Because, hey, that could very well happen, It says those who marry must not expect to have children. Trying to have, just trying to build a huge family on this side. We're going to be fruitful and multiplying the kingdom. Now, granted, if something unexpected does happen, hey, it's the will of the Lord at the end of the day. You just roll with the punches. But you're not to expect to try to have, we're going to have children, and then we're going to have grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren and this, that, and the third, and I'm going to have 5 babies. Man, hell no. Nah. Absolutely not. I want my children to enjoy the kingdom, man. I want to see my children, my child grow up here in Babylon, man. How freaky it's getting freakier and freakier by the day. Hell no, I don't want my child to grow up in this society, man. If it's the Lord's will for my child to grow up here, hey, man, not when I say grow up, what I mean is like be born and come out the womb, whatever the case may be. Okay, but I don't want to see my child, grow up to go to, middle school, elementary school, high school. No, man, hell no, absolutely not. Okay? Those that marry must not expect to have children, and those who don't marry must live as if they have been widowed. You see? And that's what the Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter. He said, they that have wives be as they that have none. Be as they that have none. You see? Because everything's all backwards and jacked up on the side anyway, man. Men want to be women, women want to be men. Women completely proud, men completely effeminate. Everything is just completely out of order. Marriage is out of order. Relationships are out of order. Everything is out of order. You see? Don't expect to have no quote unquote righteous, Proverbs 31 wife. Man, it ain't gonna happen on this side. I can let you know right now. Now, if you got a woman and she's trying to the best of her ability, she believes, she's trying to the best of her ability, hey, just roll with that. The Apostle Paul also said, they that have wives seek not to be loosed, and they pretty much they that don't have wives seek not one, for lack of better words. Okay? It says anything that is done will be useless. Anything that is done will be useless, man. You see, because eventually it's not going to matter. You see, eventually, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, to get ready to go to work and be logged in at 8, work 9 hours, 9 hours a day, sit in traffic to go to a place that you don't want to be, to go do a job and work for somebody else and get off, come home, sit in traffic on your way back home, by the way. To sit in traffic on your way back home, and then to go home and, you see your wife, she's frustrated because she's been working too, baby crying in the background, want to play, you know what I'm saying? And, you tired, all that's not going to, all that's finna be done. All that's about to be done. Okay? So I'm going to just get a few more precepts and wrap it up. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 11. All right, this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 11. Okay, it says this is the head of the church speaking, Peter. Okay, so it says, he said, dearly beloved, which is the elect or the beloved. All right, the house of David, dearly beloved. I beseech you. That word beseech means to beg. I beg you, as strangers and pilgrims. You see that? So we're already as strangers and as pilgrims here, man. Okay. Let's get this word strangers. That word strangers is paroikas. Paroikas. Okay. And that word strangers here is it says one who lives on earth as a stranger. You see, one who lives on earth as a stranger. You see, we're literally here on a mission. We're strangers in this earth. This isn't our world. And Yahweh Shai said what? It says if this were my kingdom, then my servants would fight. You see, so we're not of this world. We have been called out of this world. Okay? So it says one who lives on earth as a stranger, a sojourner on the earth. You see that? A sojourner on the planet Earth. That's who we are. We're just sojourners here, just passing through. Okay, and then you got pilgrims in the Greek. We got it in the etymology, but let's get it in the Greek. That word is parep aremas. Parep aremas.
Strong's G 3927. Parepidemas. Parepidemas.
Parepidemas, right? It says a foreigner. It says in the New Testament, metaphorically, in reference to heaven as the native country, because ultimately the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Shai originally came from heaven anyway. You see, the elect were the elect are the first fruits of the nation of Israel, and Yahweh Shai is the elect of the elect. You see, Yahweh Shai is the prototype for the elect, and the elect are the prototype for the whole nation. You see, so we had our origination, if you will, in the heavens originally, if we're of that number, creating with Yahweh Shai, right? Let's see where I'm at. Okay, so it says in the New Testament, metaphorically, in reference to heaven as a native country, one who sojourns on earth. You see, one who sojourns on earth. So if Christians or Mashiachim, you see, we're just sojourners here on the planet Earth. So if you're a sojourner, if you're a pilgrim, the life of a pilgrim is that he or she or they are always moving. They don't never have a permanent place. They always are constantly on the go. Because the place that you're at, you're traveling to go to your destination. That's what a pilgrim is. So here, you don't make this place the end all be all, because we're just passing through. Okay, what did Micah say? He said what? He said, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." You see? As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's just grab it. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye," meaning rise, and we're rising up right now through this word, through this knowledge. It says, "Arise ye and depart." Okay, we got to mentally depart from this place. You don't need to physically get a plane ticket, get your passport and then go and depart out of America into the and go to the land of Israel, or depart out of America and go to South America or Africa, whatever the case may be. No. Because if you think that departing out of America is going to save you, that doesn't necessarily just grant salvation to you just because you leave America. Remember, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, he's the one who kills and he makes alive. And so if you're already slated to be destroyed, that just because you got out of America don't mean that you ain't gonna be destroyed, man. You gotta spiritually depart out this place. Okay? And also too, trying to depart out of America and try to force your own salvation, man, that takes away from the saving power of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. So it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." You see, this isn't our rest here in Babylon. You see, this isn't where much glory abides here. We don't, because you don't rest here. You always at work. You always constantly working, or constantly on the grind, as they say. They call it what? They call it the rat race. It's just a rat in an experiment here. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. You see? How can you rest in a polluted state? How could you rest in a place that's just full of pollution? You know, sometimes when you rest, you want to take a deep breath, but here you take a deep breath, you breathing in all kinds of toxins. You know, can't even take a deep breath without coughing. It says because and it's polluted by way of all these different idols, you know, all these philosophies, all the immorality that's around us. This place is completely polluted and it's completely disgusting. It brings forth death. It brings forth sin. And what's the wages of sin is death. Okay, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. You see, so if you rest assured that Babylon is your home. Yeah, we live in Babylon right now. Yes, we actually live here. That is correct. But when you actually put your mind into this place as if, you know, it's never going to be destroyed, you know, it's just going to continue just going on forever and forever, it'll destroy you. Even with a sore destruction, a great complete ruin. And you see people completely get ruined here in Babylon, man. I'm talking about life just completely gets sucked out of them. Your grandma work until she 85, 90. You know, grandfather and grandmother just working. Parents just working. Everybody just working. You know, you letting other people raise your kids. They gotta go to daycare, you know, being around other kids that's calling themselves they and them. A little 4-year-old, 5-year-old boy is Susan one day. You know, that's the society and world that we live in. Complete madness, man. Okay, this is Psalm 39, verse 12. Let me see where I'm at. 114 these DWs. Okay. Psalm 39 verse 12. It says, "Hear my prayer, O Yahweh, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears," man. And we're sighing and crying, man. You know, we sighing and crying for all the wickedness and bullshit that's done here, man. We crying to Yahweh B'Shem Shah to get the hell out of here, man. We want the kingdom. You know, we don't want this shit to continue no longer, man. Of course, Yahweh B'Shem Shah, he's going to do it in his time. You know, prophecy has to be fulfilled, of course. You know, but damn, at times we like, dang, Lord, like, Baba Kushah, please, like, can you bring this to pass so that the kingdom can come? Damn, you know. But hey, we gotta be patient. We gotta wait. We brought this iniquity upon ourselves anyway. It says, "For I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner as all my fathers were." You see? So even our forefathers, we were strangers and pilgrims passing through, you know, even in Egypt, we were strangers. Because that wasn't our promise. That wasn't the promised land. You know, then we was in the wilderness. You know, we was in the wilderness passing through until to get ultimately to the rest. But that wasn't even the final rest. See, the final rest is the kingdom. Hebrews 11 and 33. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse Hebrews 11 and 33. I know strangers or pilgrims is in let me see something. Hold up. Baba Kushah, just bear with me 1 second. Let's see. I know it says somewhere, I think it's actually with Abraham. Let me see. There it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. This is Hebrews 11 and 13. All right, it says, these all died in faith. It's going to our forefathers, and our foremothers who pretty much Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, beginning with, the fathers, the patriarchs, man. So it says these all died in faith, not having received the promises, because it was a promise that was given unto beginning with Abraham. Like look, your seed, your descendants is going to pretty much be as numerous as the stars of the heavens and as the sands of the sea, and they're going to inhabit the land that you're a stranger in right now. They're going to inhabit it forever. Abraham didn't get a chance to see that. Isaac didn't get a chance to see it. Jacob didn't get a chance to see it. So they still are subject to that promise, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not a power that should lie. You see, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, right, but having seen them afar off. You see, they had vision. They were visionaries. They seen it afar off. That's what prompted their faith and belief, right? And were persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. You see that? They confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth, man, because Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, they were pilgrims and strangers in the land of Canaan, in the promised land, before we, years before we actually had the conquest to go into Canaan. They were in the promised land, but they were strangers in it. But the Lord made a promise, like, look, you're going to be your descendants. I promise you that, look, y'all, they're going to inherit this land and rule over it. And the enemies, and they're going to possess the gate of their enemies, man. You see? So, with that all being said, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. Like I said, I had the thought in my mind. Like, that was the first thing that I thought about when I woke up for that split moment. I was, and the Lord has put it on my mind. And I'm like, man, I pray that I can remember it so I can write it down and wake up, which I did. And then, of course, there's other precepts. But like I said, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's still teaching this truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect of Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.